Hello, everyone. How's it going? I am Jeff, and this is CJM Extra, and I am here with.
Michael, I'm back.
He's back, and this is part two of the New Year's roundup, I guess. And
Mhm.
sorry for that brief video, which was only 46 minutes long, which is fine because that just gets out the Batman, and I will put that up so to watch that video before this one because I'm going to add a part one and part two. And
Yeah,
we're going to continue off from where we started. And where did we leave
yeah,
off? Oh, just about pretty much Superboy and Superman, John Kent, Tim
yeah.
Drake, Robin are bisexual. Congratulations to them.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
Some people might have figured out that they've been coded that way, which is fine. But I don't. But
Mhm.
then again, I don't really see. So I don't really. I don't really catch on to certain things like that, like how other readers do. So I guess thanks. Um, and then we talked briefly about the Batman, which is big,
Mhm.
which is going to come out next year. Well, as in 2022 in March. So we got 3 months.
Mhm.
This should be an interesting thing. We also talked briefly about like some other, like also Poison. I mean, Dr. Gardner, I believe her name is.
Yeah,
And
Gardner.
yes, and I think that's pretty much the gist of everything. And then
Yes.
I briefly talked about Supergirl and how that went, and
Mhm.
get a little bit of Kingdom Hearts at the end because I was just going out of my ass.
Yeah, yeah. I had to step away, as you might have heard in the video. I step away due to work or call. It took a little bit longer than I thought it was. Thought it would be 10, 15. No, it took about an hour. I was like, oh well, it happens.
Yeah,
Rare, but it does happen. So,
yes, it does, and I completely understood. So,
yeah.
but we're gonna just finish off the roundabout of things I read, as in I think which were pretty big, more or less, and Mike
Mm-hmm.
might know about some things. Well, he might not. I don't know because we don't really have conversations about comics as much anymore, surprisingly
Yeah.
or sadly.
It's busy
Yeah.
and stuff. And I don't get as much of a chance to read it. I mean, even though I still do keep up and swear something
Mm-hmm.
or heard some things, but you know, I don't know all the details. At least I do look them up.
Mm. So I'm thinking this will be the next big thing, and this is Marvel. And I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go for the whole X-Men deal. And earlier during the summer, or around May, there was a big event for the X-Men called the Hellfire Gala, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was a pretty big thing for like for the X-Men comics and for the Marvel universe at whole at as a whole,
Yeah.
more or less,
Mm-hmm.
because this was going to demonstrate the mutants, I guess, secureness and what the fuck they can do and their true potential and everything.
Yeah.
And if you want to know, I will try to to be very specific or brief with what everything that's happened. Hellfire Gala is occurring only because the X Men or mutants as a whole are now a nation on Krakoa, and they have diplomatic immunity. They give out medicine for a price of said government and everything. They're their own government and everything. And mutants are protected by
Mm-hmm.
Krakoa, and they are offered like diplomatic immunity, and and it just goes into a lot of legislation and a lot of red tape and shit. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
thing, and this has kind of brought forth some tension with all the superhero teams in the world nowadays, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
or comments you write read in random comics about what the fuck the X-Men and mutants are doing. Like some people think it's crazy what they're doing, and others think that what the fuck are they doing? Are they still good guys? Are they still heroes? And the overall thing is yes, they are. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. They have not gone full how can I compare this? They haven't gone full on. What's that book slash movie? Lord of the Flies.
Um,
Is that a good
yeah,
comparison?
the Lord flies. The kids trapped on the island.
Well,
Yeah.
they're not really trapped, but yeah.
Yeah, the Express, they go through meltdown because there's no parental authority.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that might be a bad comparison, but in a way, kind of matches what they're doing. And pretty much, Krakoa is run by the Quiet Council, 12 mutants who make sure to keep the governing factor of Krakoa. And then there are like command like four commanders and one head commander that detail like making sure the protection of Krakoa and also the world at large, depending. But during the whole 10 of Swords event, I will not get into it. Uh, there was a minor shift in things. One, like, say, like Apocalypse, if you know who he is, he went back to a different dimension with his wife. Don't ask. So
Mm-hmm.
he's no longer part of the choir council. So that's one. And then Scott, Cyclops, and Jean Grey, or Marvel Girl, she is going by now, have decided to like break off. Well, Jean was also part of the Quiet Council, but during the 10X of Swords event, they decided to like, look, the Quiet Council is not really helping us out with what's going on right now. We cannot just be talking. We need to take action, and the X-Men are needed. Professor Magneto, we are doing this for you, but at the same time, we have people out there that we want to protect, and we gotta go. So they made their choice, and then it was decided that the X-Men would be coming back to the forefront in the world and not just protect Krakoa, technically. And so they went in, and apparently it was more of a democracy how there was going to be a new X-Men team. And this also corresponds with the Hellfire Gala that is being brought to you by Hellfire Industries, run by Emma Frost. And she's the big head of this, like, the whole person who's orchestrating everything with other people. And oh god, like X-Force is involved because they're like security, but shit happens at the gala that corresponds with certain comics that happened during this event, and it's interesting, and I read all of it. But all you need to know, it's also a way for the mutants to try to mend fences or or just make sure that we're on the level, maintain relations like with like say like the fucking Avengers and everything, because I have no idea what the fuck they're up to, but they're sometimes involved with the red tape of the X-Men and shit. Like this is mutants element shit, I don't know. And of course the anonymity with the Fantastic Four due to an event that happened, and now it's now completely defunct because Dan Slott decided to make not make Franklin Richards a fucking mutant, which I stand by is the worst decision that man made in it. I like where he's going with the story now, but still I am salty what he did to Franklin for taking his mutantdom away from him. It sucks. And also, fun fact, Hickman actually likes Franklin Richards as well because he had him be a big factor in his Fantastic Four run. So it's like a lot of complications. So it's like, okay, whatever. It's very, very annoying, but whatever. So the Hellfire Gala invites all the high political factors of the world and the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and their family, and it's pretty cool and everything. Like Kitty Pryde pretty much, and this is for me, that Kitty Pryde comforted Franklin, saying that it's fine. I don't care if you're not immune or not. You're still you, and you have a symbol on your chest, and that stands for something more. And I'm proud of you. So they're fine. Kitty and Franklin Richards are fine, and everyone else is just trying to smooth on up with everything. And then it's announced about the new X-Men team being a big factor, and is introduced with Jean and Scott will co-lead the X-Men with characters named Wolverine, Laura Kinley. She's the new Wolverine, or she is Wolverine now too. So deal with it. We also got a character from Generation X who hasn't been seen for like 20 years named Everett, and he goes by the code name Sync. Everyone who was thought dead has been brought back more or less to the X-Men after 20 or 30 years of being devoured or dead.
Cool.
All the
Well, let's go.
characters are brought back from when you were a kid or whatever. Or you remember they're no longer dead. So we'll just leave it at that.
Heck yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, and he's on the team. We also have um, Lorna Dane Polaris. She was on X Factor, but now she switched to X Men. So yeah. We also got a character named Sunfire, that Japanese hero that you might know about. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we also got the Southern Belle herself, Rogue or Anna Ray.
Yeah.
And she's a part of the team. She left Excalibur, and she's on the team. And for the past, and they're announced, so that's a cool thing. The new X Men team, and they got their own current ongoing comic right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. It's a cool comic. I'm enjoying it for the most part. It's very cool. So you got your new
Mm-hmm.
X Men team. So, but then there was a big planet size event or comic called Planet Size X Men, literally, as the X Men have now declared that they got all their Omega level mutants to go to Mars, and they made it a breathing planet, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
You had Magneto, you had Storm, you had Iceman, you had characters you might not have heard of from like one character from Excalibur who was Betsy Braddock's older brother named Jamie. He's a
Mm-hmm.
reality warper. He was there. We also had Quentin Quire and Hope Summers, and I can't. I think that was all. I might be missing one or two, but and Jean Grey, of course, because she's in the mega level too, and
Mm-hmm.
so they pretty much brought life to Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and this was the reason, and the reason they did that was because it is now called the it is now be Mars is now holding all the Araco mutants from the event of X of Swords to have their own inhabitable planet to do whatever the fuck they want because they were kind of
Mm-hmm.
causing trouble on Earth, apparently.
Yeah.
And oh god, the Araco mutants are mutants that were in a sub dimension of hell or whatever, and they had their own
Mm-hmm.
little culture of like survival of the fittest and shit going forth. So they're very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And it really wasn't vibing with the Earth right now because they were kind of causing trouble in Japan, like taking things for themselves. Like, oh god, we can't let this get out of hand. We kind of gotta get them out, but we also gotta make sure we maintain relations with them because they are our cousins, and they go by that. These are our cousins, the Arako mutants and shit. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why they did that with Mars, and it caused a shitstorm on Earth because all the politicians and all the scientists were like, "Oh,
Okay. They're like, no, no, impossible.
we were supposed to do something with it, not the mutants. They got a foothold on this shit. They actually were able to bring life to the fourth planet of the solar system to life, breathing life with its own hub and clubs and shit. What?
Blackjack and hookers and everything.
Yes, exactly. Actually, there is a blackjack and hooker place there too, maybe.
I do it. The drama meme back, baby.
I can go into the specifics, but I won't because it's like a lot. But it's like a
And yeah, it's
it's a
hot.
it's now divided up into certain planes. Like there's like places for like space diplomats to be part of a
Mm-hmm.
rock, like be part of the whole. With this big shift, the X-Men have declared, or at least the mutants have declared, that they are now a power hold in the grand scheme of the cosmic foundation of politics, like with the Shi'ar and the
Mm-hmm.
Kree and the Skrull and whatever alien voices there are
Mm-hmm.
of the Soul System, as it were. And this has brought forth a lot of drama. And so we got like a sword station there, run by Abigail Brand and her band of mutants or ex mutants there that makes to maintain like the awareness to make sure people get there safely on Mars or now Awaco. It's a thing. And it's brought forth a tizzy of thing. Like scientists like just baffled that wow, they actually spread up the foundation of making actual a living planet of water and having some weather patterns and shit. But even though it's kind of unstable at the moment, and so yeah, and there's also one. I think there was another factor that happened at the Hellfire Gala besides bringing forth Mars to life and the mutants declaring that as their stronghold. Another thing which people hate, or regular humans, or racist humans or whatever. Uh, if you're wondering, everyone's taking it like in different paces. Like Captain America was like, oh, I don't know, Scott, but if you do this, but okay then, whatever. He was like he was kind of on the fence, but he was okay with it. Victor Von Doom, he was Victor Von Doom.
Yeah. He is there.
Yeah.
As long as the victim is country.
Pretty much. But the fact that the mutants were able to do that to Mars, it's kind of also ticked him off. Like, Doom is the ultimate form of whatever.
Well, I'm sure it also like ticked him off because like him also being a scientist. Yeah, I'm sure he would want his country to land on Mars and colonize.
Pretty much. It's all about pride and ego with Doctor Doom.
And that's true, which is why he's such a great villain.
Like you can never keep a man down, especially one of Victor Von Doom caliber.
That's true.
But yeah, he was like kind of pissy about it, and this is like another big thing. He says, "Okay, listen, Brand, listen. The mutants have gained a foothold in space. That's fine, whatever. But who is the main leader of Mars? I, Victor Von Doom, want to know who is the leader who speaks for the solar system. It is I, Victor." And a crack of lightning happens, and Storm declares that she, who was an Omega level mutant, declares Aurora Monroe Storm speaks for Mars. I am the regent of Mars, Storm, and that's a big thing, which was kind of wild. Like, damn, of course, Storm. Of course, you would have Storm run the place. So she pretty much is like the ambassador for Mars or Alaco, and she pretty much is trying to and she has to like now be like a kind of structure for the Alaco mutants. She has to learn their ways that like you got to be like aggressive and shit. So she's like putting herself out there and for their culture and all that shit and what they do to maintain relations. And it's pretty cool from what I saw. Like some of the Alaco mutants said we should just get rid of her, and they tried to, but pretty much the Alaco are like 12th century kind of mindsets with stronging of the fittest and everything. And Storm is not someone you fucking underestimate, and she pretty much declares, "I'm here to stay, bitches. Shut the fuck up." And it's pretty cool to see. So yeah, the X-Men made the mutants made a power move, or I should say Krakoa made a power move. It's changed the foundation of the universe, and it's a big thing. And pretty much the gala event was pretty cool. Some comics of it were good, some were like whatever, but it was pretty cool. And at the end of it, though, sadly, there was an unexpected would-be death, and that is the death of Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch.
Dun dun dun. Oh no.
Yeah. And everyone thought that Eric was the one to kill her because of the whole "you're not my daughter" after that fucking spell that you cast. It's a thing. It's so annoying and complicated what they did to try to get everything back to normal with them. And by the end of an event called the Trial of Magneto, it's kind of worked itself out now. Even though we don't know if she is truly the biological daughter of him or not, it doesn't matter. He accepts them as his children, so the House of Magnus more or less is back together. Wanda calls him father. That basically means Billy and Tommy are his grandkids again, more or less. He's willing to break bread with his family, and Polaris still sees Wanda and Pietro as her siblings. So, and this all happened due to what happened with Fox Disney or whatever.
Sure.
Michael, what do you remember about the Fox Disney deal? I think you could put in more better words than I could.
Well, I remember when Fox deal and Disney deal happened. It was like, well, we don't need the Inhumans anymore. Fuck, time to bring back the mutants because there's a period where the mutants were in a bad shape prior because of the Fox movies and Disney with the Avengers and stuff. And I don't rivalry once we finally got everything back, it's like, okay, now it means finally like get back on track. We don't need to rely on the Inhumans, which was a disaster of fortunes due to the series, which was a dumpster fire. So yeah, it was a great period to finally maybe we can get back on track, get finally enough pushing them aside in a hockey universe, which I believe what happened. Journal and human mess for clouds and everything.
Okay.
That's pretty much a good, I guess, good summary of it because it was a mess prior to the Fox Disney merger, and after it's starting to get better and stuff, and sometimes complicated mess, but it's better because not the humans.
Yes. And due to the events of this merger, the comics decided to okay, so I guess it's okay. I mean, before that happened, the merger, the X-Men were kind of on dire straits in the comic version, and due to Hickman and making a kind of a minor reboot to the X-Men comics, it kind of brought them back in the forefront of Marvel, being a strong hitter once again. Due to the event called House and Powers of X. Came out in 2019. It's going on strong for 2 years. How long may it wane or whatever, how long ever this goes, it's fine. But I think after this event, no matter what happens, the X-Men will still be more of a power hold still in the future of Marvel comics. They're not going to be put. I don't believe they should ever be put back in a smaller portion just because of the fucking movies, which is also kind of complicated in itself. Because why are you letting the movies dictate what the foundation of the comics? That's what fucking bothered me.
Yeah.
And that's just the X-Men. The Fantastic Four got done dirty and I will never forgive them for that shit.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yes. But that's pretty much the Hellfire Gala event. I put that on because it was pretty prominent in comics, and that's happened this year, so it's kind of big. And I guess to end this, one thing is the Fantastic Four. This happened around the summertime, more or less, spring, summer. And I bring it up because Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom, was going to be married.
Oh yeah, he was.
And it didn't happen. You want to know why? Because fucking dumbass Johnny Storm, he slept with the fucking bride before the fucking wedding, before he knew it's a thing. And it was a total disaster, sadly. And
I can believe.
and unfortunately, no one dares cross Victor Von Doom, especially when it comes to his pride and everything. And it's not like, and oh god, this event only happened. This happened only because Victor proposed to a lady named Victorious, who's been prominent in Dan Slott's one of the X-Men comics for a bit. He wanted to let her be his wife so she can like be like a co-lead and let Latveria if he's like gone or whatever. So fine, right? Security. But before he called her, Johnny was having a thing where he was having some kind of emotional affair with someone, Victoria, because the scroll warrior named Elijah, she kind of popped back in. And if you don't know who Elijah is, she's a scroll warrior who took the place of Alicia Masters back in the 70s or something. And that was a big thing. And he married her, but then in reality, he married a scroll. So typical like B-rated movie shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we're an alien.
Exactly, like one of those horror. Yeah, like oh my god, what?
Yeah, good, good.
So, so they still have. I'm not even sure if that marriage was ever truly divorced or whatever. I don't understand. I'm not sure I'm not sure. But Lige is always hanging around that she wants to be back with Johnny, but he's always saying, "No, I don't want to be back with you. You're not my wife." I think, but whatever. It's like complicated. And then there was like another stupid event that happened. There was like another arc that happened before this about the Fantastic Four learning that the new origins of how they got their powers, or why the cosmic rays really did what it did to them. And it was actually really someone from a kind of a different planet on the other side of the universe that caused the cosmic rays to bat the ship itself of the Fantastic Four to gain them their powers.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the new retcon of the first retcon of the Fantastic Four in like 60 years.
That's interesting.
It is. And the thing is, the people on the other side, on this planet that they went to, um, it was like some kind of prophesized thing that these four would somehow bring destruction upon their planet. And that's not really the case because it was more of a manipulation, kind of. I gotta reread it again, but pretty much the planet is called Spira, and on this planet, it's like I mean, pretty much I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna say they're like a lot of like pretty much all black people, like people of color, but black people, and they pretty much are their own culture, typical high sciencey, productivity and shit. But these people here were granted like powers randomly through cosmic rays and everything. But one particular thing is interesting that three of the four or five or six, it's always a 3 and 4 times matter that you will gain a power, but one of them will disfigure you and everything. That was an interesting thing, and that's what Ben got. He was the one to get the short end of the stick or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing that happened to him happened to some other people, particularly this one person who turned himself got turned into a monster or whatever. So it's a thing. And so after like a fight, and of course, there's a battle. It kind of got contained now, and there was a character named some feather chick who declared that she and Johnny Storm, Human Torch, are soulmates or something because they have a soul band or something.
Yeah.
So it got very complicated and weird because I mean I don't know why. I mean I honestly didn't think that shit was gonna work out because of course not. It's Johnny. Um, and the fact is she comes to Earth with them, and it's like kind of a oh really okay we gotta get used to you. And it's a weird kind of thing for Johnny and Sue because that's her little brother, and it's like saying, "This is Johnny. He's been married once. Something always happens with Johnny. Why are we letting this happen to me?" And everything. That's a
Yeah.
so it kind of evolves from there, but pretty much this girl from Spira, she can due to their connection by these gold bands that they have on their shoulders or whatever. or arms, I should say. She's able to sense or feel Johnny's feelings through their connection or whatever.
Yeah.
And so so after this event with Elijah and everything, uh, she knows that something happened between him and Johnny and Victoria
Mhm.
or whatever, because she just knows he did infidelity on her and everything. And it's sad. It becomes like a sliding factor. It kind of goes down from there for Johnny, and it's like, okay, and it's like the team gets together and it's like, okay,
Mhm.
Victor's getting married, and he's gonna use this opportunity to like absolve us of anything we have done to him these past couple of months.
Mhm.
So we gotta take this chance, gang. and
Mhm.
and Reed's actually his best man. So
Mhm.
it's a thing. Because of course Victor would ask Reed to be his best man.
Of course.
So it's like a big diplomatic thing with the Victor Von Doom getting married, and it's like you see Namor and Prince T'Challa
Mhm.
there with his Dole Milaje, and
Mhm.
you think everything's about to go right, right? No, Johnny's like kind of nervous because he's just slept with this would be wife of Doctor Doom in a couple of minutes or whatever, or in a day, and he's like nervous, and she's like saying, "Johnny, you need to get out of here. We it was a moment. I didn't even know I was going to be married to him, so but you need to go." But Johnny couldn't like contain it because he was just so nervous and shit. So of course it goes off the rails.
Mhm.
So when it comes to the whole wedding thing, and Johnny's like kind of nervous, and he says, "Reed, I gotta talk to you." Johnny, not now.
Mhm.
And then it's like Sue kind of feels something's wrong or whatever because she just looks at her Johnny and he's just fidgeting like, and she's just like, "What the fuck he did this? Like, what the fuck happened now?" And Ben's like kind of keep the peace with everyone. Like, okay, let's just get this over with, folks. And,
Mhm.
and then as the dude as the priest or whatever is about to declare them be married and everything, Victoria or whatever just says, "Please hold, Victor." Doctor Doom, my lord, I must tell you
Mhm.
this. I cannot say it underneath God. I have to tell you. I I have slept with Johnny Storm.
Mhm.
Oh my God, that pregnant pause right there. Like
Mhm.
Sue and Ben were like, oh my, like, oh brother, and then we just slaps Johnny upside the head like, Johnny, I know, I'm sorry, and it just
Mhm.
turns into a big fight because of course it does.
Mhm. Yeah.
So Victor just rages out at them for no
Yeah.
reason, particularly Johnny. And it's a big
Yeah.
and it's a big fight that Namor and Black Panther were
Mhm.
involved in too and shit.
The goof. The goof.
It's a big oops. So of course, so pretty much Johnny fucked them up. Johnny is the
Yeah.
true cause of the shit. So, God damn it, Johnny. Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, Johnny. Why? 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 Indeed.
So the fight somehow resolved. But before it ends, Doctor Doom in all his glory has declared that Johnny has disrespected me for the last time. So he does something to Johnny. He like fires some kind of ray gun at Johnny that doubles the amount of cosmic energy in his blood veins or whatever.
Mhm.
So now he is currently nothing but the Human Torch. He cannot turn
Yeah.
his powers
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sorry, Johnny. You gotta deserve that one a little bit.
I kind of have to agree because Johnny, this is all your fault. So Reed has to like
Hey, Johnny.
yeah. So now Reed has to like make a like a special quarantine unit for Johnny to be in because he cannot be in the house.
Mhm.
So currently now Johnny is nothing more than a blazing human torch. And of course Reed is trying to figure out how to turn it off. And I'm not sure when he's gonna turn it off, be able to, because they're currently now in an event where they could potentially lose custody of their kids again.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, so the Fantastic Four are currently under grasp, under to like try to keep all their kids together because reasons. This was in the latest issue, but yeah, I won't go into that. I won't go into that detail right now, but pretty much that's the big Doom thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of that, and I think at the end of that arc, Victor also turns his would-be soon to be almost wife Victoria into a Doombot
Mm-hmm.
out of spite or something. So she's always loyal to him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she's forever a Doombot, I guess. It's kind of sad,
Yeah.
but like expected, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it with the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any thoughts?
It was interesting. Like you said, Johnny, thinking with his dick again. He's like getting his ass in trouble. Doom being Doom is always good. But dang Johnny, once everything's up.
Yes.
First Sue's just like, oh, Johnny. Yeah.
Yes. So that's that little story of the Fantastic Four of
Yeah.
2021, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to say if there was anything else. Oh, I guess maybe since it's a yearly roundup, and if anyone's wondering, which you're not, people, whoever got to this far into the video, I'd be surprised if you did. Um, at some point, I guess maybe I don't know when we will do a talk about probably a Rock Robin thing about the all the current MCU shows of 2021. I'd say.
Yeah. We'll, we'll get Chris on here and we will do it because, dang it, we haven't done anything in a while. We should really do it because the MCU has been really good this year. We ain't well. I'll say that.
Maybe Friday afternoon at best, but who knows?
Yeah, about Friday, but because he is streaming now, so
He's streaming on Friday.
no, he's streaming right now.
He is.
Yeah,
Oh fuck,
yeah,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah. You got back. You got
Okay,
back early. Oh
okay,
yeah.
okay. Then I guess we'll try. Then since I'm such a good friend, I'll cut this short. But yeah. But we will get Mike and Chris. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
Chris involved with an MCU thing, which
yeah,
hopefully we'll do Friday.
yeah.
I'll kick his ass if I will drag. I will somehow drag. I will just rant. I will just rant to him. I'll be like one of the. I'll be like Kagami to say, "You need to do this. Come on."
That's right. Just like that picture. When we first met. That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
very,
It was just like this. This is how we met. It's exactly like this. No, no cap. Really.
yeah, no cap. No cap.
But but to close it out, Michael, I have to thank you for being a good a co-host in these
Oh,
CGM extras.
thanks. I enjoy these conversations. I enjoy these extra talks because I do enjoy talking to both you and Chris. And like I said, I also enjoy when you pop over on my channel, for the random talks too. So all good.
Mm. And I'm happy I did this year. These will continue throughout 2022, hopefully. But I'm hoping things start changing for me when I get things in order finally.
Yeah.
Because I think it's about time I got started with my own thing, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No.
but CGM Extra will not like. I don't think that CGM Extra will be going anywhere for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll try to keep this weekly as best we can. Let's schedule or busy things.
Yeah, exactly. But this will do it for the yearly roundup, and I will make sure
Yeah.
to get these videos up before Friday. And everyone have a good New Year's Eve, and let's pray and hope for a better 2022. God.
Yes. And hopefully we get this virus under control a little bit more.
Hopefully, please, God.
God.
This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's kind of sad. But
Yes.
anyway, Happy New Year, guys. Hopefully you all have a good New Year's Eve. And see you in 2022, baby.
Sheesh. So,
Bye.
bye.